1, 2, 3. Oh, hey guys. I didn't see you spying on me there. I was just counting cardinals. Some beautiful cardinals in these trees here. Do you know what a cardinal is? It's a kind of bird with beautiful red feathers. All right, so a cardinal is a bird. Did you know that? If you like watching baseball, you will know there's a baseball team called the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, and their logo is like a red bird. It's a cardinal. Okay, that's why the team is called the St. Louis Loud Vehicles. Now, it's not called the St. Louis Loud Vehicles. The team is called the St. Louis Cardinals. I don't know why, but very often sports teams name their team after animals. Like, for example, the Sharks, or the Eagles, or the Ducks, or the... I don't know. What would you name a team? If you could name a sports team, guys, what would you name your team? Which animal would you name your team after? Okay, so cardinals are a kind of bird, all right? Now, cardinal numbers. Do you know what cardinal numbers are? So I was counting 1, 2, 3. I was using cardinal numbers. What's a cardinal number? It's just a normal number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count? Any number, like, guys, I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes. Get away from me, you mosquitoes. So cardinal numbers are normal numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But ordinal numbers, sometimes you also hear that kind of number. Ordinal means the order. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Those are ordinal numbers. Okay, so sometimes you hear those words, cardinal and ordinal. It's easy to remember because the word ordinal sounds like the word order, right? So first, second, third, those are ordinal numbers. But cardinal numbers are 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay? Now, the word cardinal also has some other meanings. Do you want to learn those meanings? Well, let's go walking through the bushes here, guys. Let's go exploring, seeing what kind of birds we can spot. I love cardinals and blue jays, I love birds, guys. You know what cardinals are? Cardinals are people in the Catholic Church. Okay, it's a high position in the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church. Are you a Roman Catholic? Okay, there are millions, or I don't even know how many Roman Catholics there are in the world. But there's a group of people kind of at the top of the structure called Cardinals. Okay, and they are responsible for electing a new pope. Okay, so just a few months ago, Pope Leo was elected to be the new pope, the head of the Roman Catholic Church. And he was elected by a group of cardinals. He himself was a cardinal before he became pope. Guys, my bugs are eating my legs and my arms. Should have worn pants. And I don't know, next time I'll stop wandering around in the bushes trying to spot cardinals. I thought it would be a fun idea to count cardinals using cardinal numbers. So yeah, the group of people, I think there's 200 and some cardinals in the Catholic Church. So they're the top people. So Pope Leo himself was a cardinal, and so they kind of vote among themselves, and that voting process is called the conclave. Okay, the conclave. So they just, did their conclave and they voted in a new pope, Pope Leo the 14th, I think, or 16th. I think it's the 14th. So that's what a cardinal is. It's a person, like a position. Are you a cardinal? I'm not a cardinal. So I'll give you a sentence here, okay? Kind of a fun sentence. The cardinal, actually, before I give you the sentence, I want to explain another meaning of cardinal. And that meaning, it's an adjective that means important or serious. Okay, so like if you commit a cardinal sin, that's a serious sin. All right, so what would a cardinal sin be? If you're married and you commit adultery, okay, that would be that's a serious sin, right? It'd be considered a cardinal sin, a grave sin. The word grave means serious in this context. Okay, so have you ever made any grave mistakes? Any serious mistakes in life? Have you ever committed any grave sins? Okay, so that's what cardinal can also mean. It can be an adjective that meaning kind of important or serious. So let me give you the sentence now, okay? So the cardinal committed a cardinal sin. All right, what would that sentence mean? The cardinal committed a cardinal sin. Well, probably that would mean that the person, right, in the Catholic Church committed a serious sin. Okay, but it could also mean a bird committed a serious sin. If I say the cardinal or a cardinal, committed a serious sin, a cardinal sin. Can animals commit sins? Imagine if a cardinal flew over your head and pooped on your head. That might be a cardinal sin, right? I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think animals can sin? Would you think that's a cardinal sin if a cardinal came and pooped on your head? I would consider that a cardinal sin. I would say, you cardinal, you committed a cardinal sin by pooping on my head. So yeah, just gonna kind of weave my way through the bushes here, guys. So like I said, cardinal can be an adjective to mean kind of a really important or a serious thing. So I'll give you another example, not using sin as an example. Let's say, for example, washing your hands is a cardinal rule in the food industry or in healthcare. Okay, if you work as a nurse or you work as a cook in a restaurant or something like that, it's a cardinal rule that you should be washing your hands all the time, right? If you're touching people's food or you're touching people's bodies, if you work as a nurse, it's just probably a good idea to be washing your hands all the time. Okay, so it's kind of a cardinal rule, all right? Here's another example. We could say politeness and tolerance are cardinal virtues in Canadian society. All right, so very often my students tell me, people in Canada are so polite, Mark. Mark, why is everybody in Canada so polite? It's true. Canadians are generally very polite people and very tolerant people. So we could say politeness and tolerance are cardinal virtues in Canadian society. Okay, that means they're very important. They're like basic, fundamental foundational virtues or principles or values, you know. So those are some meanings of there's a mosquito on my camera. I got it. Man, there's mosquitoes all over this place, guys. It serves me right for making a video in the trees. If something serves you right, it means you deserve it. Okay, so I'm saying I deserve to get eaten alive by mosquitoes because I'm hanging out here in the trees. Mosquitoes love trees, guys. So use the word cardinal in a sentence down in the comments. Okay, that's your homework for today. Try to maybe use 2 cardinals in one sentence. You know, we could remember the Cardinals is a baseball team too. You could say, I don't know, we could say the Cardinal committed a cardinal sin against the Cardinal at a Cardinals game. That'd be a weird sentence. So we could say, imagine if there's a leader in the Catholic Church, a cardinal, at a baseball, he's watching the baseball game at the Cardinals, like at the St. Louis Cardinal baseball game, right? And then let's imagine a cardinal came over and pooped on his head. Well, we could say the cardinal committed a cardinal sin against the cardinal, Catholic, at a Cardinals game. I think there's some people coming up behind me on the path. They're spying on me. Spy on there. I don't think they saw me. Alright guys, I escaped. I escaped. They didn't see me hiding in the trees here. So yeah, you know, play around with these words, guys. Sometimes it's fun to play around with words in English because very often words have more than one meaning. Like with this word, cardinal, bird, Catholic leader, you know, like an important rule or an important principle or virtue in something. Baseball team. There are probably more words for cardinal that I don't even know. Okay, so anyway, it's an important word because you often, like, the thing is that if a word has many different meanings, it means you're probably going to hear it at some point in one of the meanings at least. So recently I heard the word cardinal number. Someone was talking about cardinal numbers. That's why I got the idea to make a video about cardinal numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cardinal numbers. Catholic leader. Bird. Red bird, red feathers. Bright red I love cardinals, guys. Yeah. So guys, what is something that is of cardinal importance in your life? Tell me one thing down in the comments that's just cardinal, that is of cardinal importance. That means something that's very important to you, that's a very fundamental, foundational aspect of your life. So guys, well, from here in the trees with the Cardinals, not the Catholic kind of cardinal, there are no Catholic cardinals in these trees, although you never know, there might be. Anyway guys, from my heart to your heart, I love you very much. Hope you're doing great today. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in and for always smashing that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.